You
right.
got
So
a
yeah,
good
I
one
was
today.
yes, I think it could be a little controversial.
Could be.
Agile controversy. Dun dun dun.
I
That
know,
sounds
right?
very weird, but oddly it is. So, Jimothy, I know you're familiar with Scrum and Safe and Kanban. And the
Hmm.
other day I was at I don't know, those meetups, whatever, the agile meetups. And
Hmm.
at the beginning, it wasn't even about scaling. There was 30 dudes all just riffing and saying, "Safe's the worst thing in the world." Like it's the plague of all humanity. And didn't really explain why. They just said, well, it's not agile. And then I was gonna jump in and kind of explain another perspective, but then it was
Hmm.
kind of like you don't tell a fish about land, right? You just leave it. Just leave it. It wasn't worth even me getting off mute. So do you see a lot or hear kind of that same thing, just that immediate anger about safe? And
I do.
what's your perspectives
Um,
on that, Jim?
well, first, I want to commend you for not even jumping in because, Jill, you are not the jackass whisperer. You can't help them. It just is what it is. We can bleep that out later, right? Bleep.
I think that's okay to say because it's an animal.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. No, I think the exposure that I've had with Safe and the experiences I've had from being in an organization that started to adopt Safe and training Safe classes and whatnot, I think it's a misconception. I think Safe is. I think the hatred is just because people don't understand it, honestly.
That's probably part of it.
And I think that's a lot. It has a lot to do with life in general. When you don't understand something, you just put up a wall and you're like, that's bad. And then that initial that's bad starts to snowball, and then eventually you've got this big thing built up in your head, and it's like, oh, that's just bad. I don't even want to hear about it. It makes me sick thinking about it.
Right. Then it's that confirmation bias. So I'm only going to see things that confirm what I already believe.
Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I personally don't think safe's the end all be all. I have beefs with it. I got beefs with Scrum. I got beefs with
Mhm.
everybody. I got beefs with Jim. And I
It
just see
happens.
it
I'm a
as a
troublemaker.
I don't I mean
I'm not gonna lie.
so along with the beefs, I just see them as all toolkits. And I don't say I'm going to take this whole thing because, yeah, safe is like, it's big.
Mhm.
But if it doesn't make sense to apply all of it, maybe I can take some of these and a little bit of this. So, experience, I don't know if you've ever actually been on a scrum team. She said jokingly, knowing he has. Many years ago, I was on a 5-team solution, 5 different
Mhm.
teams all over the world. And we didn't have any scaling at all, right? We didn't even know what that was. And I tell you, kid, as the teams kept adding on more teams, it got so chaotic. So I'd be testing, wait, where did this new feature come from? Who do I log it to? Like there was so much miscommunication. We were completely misaligned on what the goals are. And so somebody introduced SAFE. And for
Mhm.
that implementation, it was very successful.
No, I agree. It can. I think a lot of the hatred also stems from poor implementations.
Yeah,
Not only do you hear
absolutely.
something, you read something, it suddenly it sticks in your head like, oh, it's bad. But you've heard people talk poor implementations of safe, and it's like, was there continuous learning and improvement? Well, no, we can't dedicate a whole iteration to just improving ourselves and getting better.
Heaven
We
forbid.
can't do that. Well,
They'll
then if
just
you're
do
not
it
doing that,
organically. They'll just do it. Like, well, they only have so
exactly.
many hours in the day. They're not just going to do it.
Yeah, and so I think they do it halfway, and then they say, "Oh, it didn't work."
Yeah.
But those are also the same organizations that when they want to, implement Scrum, they're like, well, we're not going to do this. We can't do what we don't have time for retros. Well, you're not really
Right.
doing Scrum
True.
either, so you're looking for
That's true.
the latest brand of lipstick to put on the pig, really, and let's just slap something on top of this, and there you go. See, I got you thinking right there. Um, but we have some problems, and instead of really diving into and finding out and observing what the systemic problems within your organization are and attacking those, you just latch on to, oh, safe will work, and then it doesn't work. Oh,
Right.
Scrum will work. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh,
I
DevOps will work,
know.
and
We
it
want
doesn't
the
work.
quick solution. I don't want to have to deal with all the politics and all the hard
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
exactly.
No framework is going to fix all that. That's
Mm-mm,
your
not at
job,
all.
people. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. And I worked in another team I worked on, also testing. They made everybody do safe. We had 2 teams. It was ridiculous. So much overhead was unnecessary.
Mhm.
So I was just like, well, let's do Safe Light, right? We had 4-hour PI planning. It worked great.
Mhm.
It's actually a better way, but we just used what made sense for us. Flexibility.
Mhm. I
And I don't
agree.
think the safe police will come and get us if we don't do it per their whatever guidance.
No, it's one of those things where in an organization that implemented a hybrid our version of safe, which is always kind of scary sometimes, but they plucked some pieces like you're talking about, and they left out some of the important pieces. And then when they start rolling and then they get some wins, you're going to get some wins out of the gate. It's just going to happen. You're going to get a few wins. You start feeling good about yourself. But when everything kind of settles and things kind of get bumbled around you, you start to feel like, well, maybe I need this and maybe I need that. Well, are you really doing safe? Are you not doing safe? And then the confusion, starts to fly and the blame game starts to get played. Everybody loves to play the blame game. And it just gets to be a big mess and proliferates that hatred
True.
of word safe throughout their industry.
That's true. And if someone has a bad experience, well, I've seen it with Agile. They have one bad experience and then they trash the whole thing. And it's
Yep.
so hard. The resistance is so large. It's kind of like, okay, cool. You do
Yep. I
you.
agree.
I don't want to work on your team, Bob, or whatever.
And I think you also, some more pieces to the puzzle, I guess you could say, if you wanted to. I like puzzles. We just put together, my daughter and I put together a 2 foot by 3 foot, 48 piece dinosaur floor puzzle. And she was super excited. Sorry.
There's floor puzzles.
I know.
That's a
They're,
thing.
they're big enough that their pieces are about that big and they're big enough that you build them
Oh,
on the floor.
oh my
So,
goodness. I had no idea.
yep, we've
Jill's
done a
on
Barbie one.
Amazon. Floor puzzle, please.
I know. Look
Add
for
to
the Barbie
cart.
one. That's the one we just did. And then we got into dinosaurs yesterday. So,
Cool.
sorry. I'm real good for
His
scoring
daughter's
things.
48, by the way, for everybody listening.
48. Yes, that puts me at about 17. So, if you believe that one.
Science.
No, but another piece of the puzzle is you end up with like Scrum diehards. It's got to be Scrum, or your Lean UX folks, or everyone has their own framework or methodology they've clapped onto.
They're
And
camps. I'm in my camp.
I'm in my Scrum camp. Yeah. Are we glamping or are we camping? Do you know what
Well, it
glamping is?
depends. Oh, yeah.
I just figured this out yesterday. I didn't know.
It's been around for decades,
Well,
sir.
I'm sure it has. Well, so have I, but I still didn't know.
It's all right. It's kind of
Um,
stupid, but whatever.
yeah, whatever. Anyways, the Scrum guys, the Scrum girls, the Scrum trainers, those people that are making a good living on
That's
peddling
true.
Scrum. And don't get me wrong, I love Scrum. I love Agile. I think I love agility more nowadays as I've kind of progressed. But
Me too.
they're not going to want to say Scrum's good, so they're going to start saying Scrum's bad, whether it's true or not. They're going to defend their camp. Right or wrong, they're going to defend their
It's
camp.
true.
And I think that's not fair.
Yeah, and that's true for safe people and less people
Mhm.
and common
Yep.
people. That's true. You follow the money. If that's how you earn your paycheck, I get it. I get it.
Maybe we just got onto another topic here because,
Oh,
yes,
I
scaled
do.
agile framework, scaled agile, they are a money making machine.
I
And
know their fees are redonkulous.
well, and I've heard from multiple people that one of the reasons they became disenfranchised, so to speak, with their camp of safe is because it became just a money grab.
Mhm.
This certification, that certification, 12, 13, 15 different
You can
certifications.
be a teacher. You can be a teacher.
Mhm.
You can be a teacher. Wait, I've never taught before. Figure it out.
Yeah. And so they get upset that it's just now a money grab. But if you look, they're all kind of following that same path. So I think Scaled Agile did it first. They did the marketing well, so
Yeah,
maybe they were the
they're a
first to
machine.
market. So now everyone's mad. Like, Apple was the first to the iPad or iPod or whatever it was they did first. And then everyone else copied it. So there was a lot of hatred for Apple because they were the first there and they're the big name. I don't like them. I like this guy over here. And
That's true. You want to
so, I
support the
mean,
little
there
guy.
could be
Yeah,
some of that in there.
that's true. I wish I started my own framework and branded it, and
I know,
I'd
right?
be sitting in a yacht right now with Dean Leffingwell. Clink.
Yeah. Do you
Maybe.
like yachts? Have you ever been on a yacht?
No, but I've seen him on TV.
It
We had
wouldn't
a
be
duck
bad.
boat.
We'll talk about
So Dean Leffingwell, if he's listening, well, I'll
That would
just
be
say
awesome, wouldn't it?
yes. Not my anyway, never mind. I did when I did my certification or whatever, we did go out everybody to a bar, and he was very nice, like in person when at the bar.
Mhm.
So I guess, give him a beer. Good
Give
guy.
him a beer. For all of you that don't know and are new to this world, which if you're new to this world, welcome. We love you. Hang out. Dean Leffingwell is the person, the individual behind the Scaled Agile framework. He's the one who kind of started that all up. So we have him to thank for all this hatred and animosity
Sure, it's
throughout the
his
Agile
fault.
industry. It's
There's
all
so
his
many
fault.
old white guys in charge of these agile frameworks. Oop, that's
Hold
another
on.
topic.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh,
Wait. I'm old. I'm a white guy. Wow, what are you
no,
saying?
I'm talking old, like 80s, 90s. I guess it's kind of like government anyway. It's the same thing.
Could be. You never know. Yeah. So I mean, there's just a lot of hatred out there, and I think it's unfounded. I think personally, I think SAFe is good for what it is used for. I think it is good if it's done correctly. I think it's a wonderful thing that can help organizations, be productive and help organizations deliver customer value because that's what it's all about.
I agree. And I am all for minimum amount of overhead, right?
Mhm.
So if you're like, maybe it doesn't make sense to do this, try scaling it back a little bit, look at your outcomes, see, experiment, pivot,
Mhm.
change.
Yep.
And if you've ever been on a team with 1,000 people and you don't have any type of scaling framework, and if you figured it out how to do it without any extra roles or meetings, let us know. I mean, I'm always looking for better
Great
ways
call.
to manage
Just
work.
dial it up
Call
because
me. I'll give
that
you
I
his cell
agree.
phone at the end number. Call him whenever. 2 a.m. It's good.
No, I don't answer my phone. Who answers their phone anymore?
What's a
If you don't know
phone?
the number, do you answer your phone?
I never answer my phone.
No, I don't do that. If I know you, I'll answer it. Otherwise, I'm like,
It's spam. It's spam. Like, oh, we just need your social security card number and your bank account and your PIN.
Yeah. Yeah, my car warranty's been up for 2 years now, and they keep trying
Yes,
to get
what's
me to
with the
renew it. So
warranties? I've been getting a lot of
yeah,
those too. All right.
that's
So I would love to have more discussion on this with some
mhm.
some of those safe haters. Maybe they'll set us straight.
I'm all for it. Yeah. Hey, if you got a strong opinion, either way, if you are one of the most devout, safe champions out there, please hit us up. Put some comments down there. We want to open this up to having folks come on and talk to us. We want to do live. We want to get out there and and have some fun with folks. If you're in the other camp, if you're out there, and you're just seething because you're hearing us talk about safe at this point or scaled agile, whatever you want to call it, hit us up too. Put the comments down there,
Yeah.
and
Keep
we'll
it
get you on
clean.
here. We'll
Keep it
talk.
clean though. And don't make fun of my glasses. They're
Eh,
too big.
clean, whatever. That's
Clean Shane.
yeah.
You don't know
But
what
no,
it's like out
please feel
there.
free to add comments. Hit us up. We'll get you on the show. We'll talk about it. Maybe we'll have one day where we have the safe champion and the non-safe champion on the same time. That should be fun.
Oh, I would love that. If we could all just sit down and share a drink or two
And sing
of warm
Kumbaya, raise our
milk.
glasses of wine.
And then
That'd be
we could
awesome.
hug. Can we are hugging allowed again? I can't remember.
Well, it'd be really hard to kind of hug through the camera and all,
Oh
but
shoot.
I'll give
I
you a
always think
virtual.
I always think that I've met you in person and we never have. It's so weird, my brain.
Well, hey,
Not
we
too bad
thank
for
you.
you.
Yeah, I know. It's just crazy. Sometimes we don't stay on subject. It happens. I'm sorry. It just happens.
This is real, people. There's no script. It is
That is
Jill and Jim
got that
unscripted.
right.
All
So,
right. Let's
but
get
hey, don't
our
forget to like and subscribe to this channel. If you like this video and you want to watch more, jump in there. We do this about once a week. We get some fun stuff together. We talk about Agile. We talk about agility, safe, whatever comes to our brain. If there's something you want to hear, put that in the comments. We'll be more than happy to talk about it.
all right, thanks. Bye.
Bye.